So what we are trying to discuss is we are at the earliest level of the operational level case study. We are at the earliest level of the operational level case study. Now, all three case studies are not to test your theory knowledge. All three case studies are how you will to test how you will manage day-to-day very practical questions. SEAM has no intentions of testing your theory knowledge. It is more towards how do you manage very practical situation. But I must accept operational level case study is very much different to strategic level case study. I must accept operational level case study is very much different to strategic level case study. Strategic level case study is entirely about very practical questions. But in the operational level case study, there are more theory areas involved than for the strategic level case study. Therefore, when you look at the operational level case study, your knowledge on E1, P1, F1, your knowledge on F1, P1, E1 is absolutely critical. So therefore, we need to ensure you have a good knowledge on the E1, P1, F1 when you go for the exam. So this course will be delivered by myself and Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark and myself will be the main two lecturers of the course. And what are we going to do with you? Simple. There are few key steps. Since it's only introductory session, we are going to explain to you only the key step. First key step is called KYP. The very first key step that we are going to do with you is called KYP. Second one is called KYI. KYP stands for Know Your Pre-Seed. KYP stands for Know Your Pre-Seed. What do you mean by Know Your Pre-Seed? SEMA will give you a pre-seed for the exam. So SEMA's idea is they will give you a pre-seed for the exam. And on the exam day, we have a 3-hour exam paper. On the exam day, all the questions will be based on this pre-seed. Exam day, all the questions will be based on this pre-seed. So we need to be thorough with the pre-seed before you go to the exam. And when you do go to the exam, on the exam day, all the questions will be based on this pre-seed. Exam day, it's an entirely online exam paper. There are 4 different sections available, 4 different sections. Each section is for 45 minutes. 45 minutes in each section for 4 different sections. That's what the 3-hour online paper is all about. So there's a pre-seed issued by SEMA. These are 26-page long pre-seed that is issued by SEMA. Same pre-seed will be applicable for November 2021 and for your exams, which is February 2022. So these are pre-seed available. But however, we think this pre-seed is little boring for you to read. This pre-seed is little boring for you to read. Therefore, we have KYP. Therefore, we have KYP. So Mark will take you through the KYP in little bit more detail. Know your pre-seed. You can't get to know the company unless you know the industry very well. You got to know the industry fairly well as well. That is why we have KYI, know your industry. That is why we have KYI, know your industry. So KYP and KYI are the 2 initial work that we do with you. Then, of course, we go into an area called GR. Then, of course, we go into an area called GR, which is the ground rules available in doing SEMA. Ground rules available in doing SEMA. GR stands for ground rules in doing SEMA. Then we have a section called Deep Dive. Deep Dive is something interesting where we go in-depth the pre-seed and argue about the pre-seed. In the KYP, we will just talk about what is available in the pre-seed. In the KYP, we just talked about the pre-seed. What is in the pre-seed? Deep dive, we ask, is it right? Can it be right? Or is it practical what is given? And how this particular thing given in the pre-seed can be there on the exam day? It's an in-depth analysis. The 5th activity is called co-activities. SEMA has done a lot of research. I'm also part of SEMA to a great extent. I'm part of SEMA Global Council in UK. In UK, we have a SEMA Council. All the key decisions of SEMA come into the council. I'm part of the SEMA Global Council. So at CIMA, based on the research we have identified, there are 5 things, 5 core things that you will do in your real life when you work for a company. Those 5 things are what we have given as stage number 5 as 5 core activities. We call it core activities that we need to discuss with you. Why? Because the questions will be based on that. Those 5 things that will be there on the exam day are the ones that will be tested. Those 5 things that you are doing in the real world are the 5 things that will be tested on the exam. The real world, what you're going to do, 5 core activities, they will be there on the exam day. Each and every one will be there on the exam day. Each core activity will have a minimum of 15% marks, maximum of 25% of the marks covered. That's what the core activities is all about. That's what the core activities is all about. Stage number 6 is called refresh theory. Wow, that's where you will revise E1, P1, F1 with us. Don't worry. If you're not going through E1, P1, F1, don't worry. We will go through all the core areas in E1, P1, F1. That's our job, and we will do that. Right? So this is the stage number 6. So there are 10 steps available in total. First 6 steps are KYP, KYI, ground rules, deep dive, core activities, refresh theory. 7 and 8 are about mocks. 7 is about mocks, 8 is about mocks, 7 is about one mock paper given for you as practice. You see the paper, what kind of questions comes. You see the answers, what kind of questions comes. That's what the practice is all about. 8 is a reality where you do the mocks on the exam engine. We will give you 8 mocks for you to do on the exam engine. That will be stage number 8. 9 and 10 are on revision. 9 we call it PI, power mock, PI, FM and PM, and PI stand for possible issues. What might it's revision, right? Point number 9 and 10 both are revision. Point number 9, possible issues. Power mock, what kind of questions might be there on the exam day? And financial mock, what kind of F1 questions will be there on the exam? Point number 10 is revision. So those are the 10 steps that you are going to do with us. So can you remember the 10 steps? I'm sure you can remember up to 6. Can we read them out up to 6? First one, KYP. Remember KYP, know your precinct. KYI, know your industry. So first 2 are familiarization. Get to know the precinct, get to know the industry. Then you have ground rules, deep dive, core activities, refresh theory. Those are the first 6 steps that we are going to do. Then 2, 7 and 8 on the mocks, 9 and 10 on the revision. So this is what we have for you. So please, why not we work together? Join with us. Let's work together. We believe that if you fail, we fail. So we will do whatever it takes to ensure you pass the exam. Myself and Mr. Mark will be working with you. You can contact us anytime. You can send us a WhatsApp message. We'll respond. We'll have a very active WhatsApp group. We have a very good LMS available as well. You can use the benefit. You can take the benefit of the LMS as well. So this is the first little introduction that I wanted to give it. Mark will take you to further steps in the pre-scene, how the LMS works, learning management system works, and all that. So since I've been talking for 15 minutes, any questions? Any questions? Please type if there are any questions available now. Any questions? Did you understand what I said? Did you understand what I said? Are you clear of what I said? Can you hear me? I hope you heard me well. Are you clear of everything that I said or anything unclear? Others, can you please respond? You can just type there. Okay. So I will hand over to Mark, but thank you very much for joining with us today. Please send an email to info@nanaskar.com. Register ASAP. Do it right now. Send an email to info@nanaskar.com and register now. So then we will be able to help you. You have my mobile number here. If you want to clarify anything, you can always send me a WhatsApp message as well. So thank you very much. Please join with us. We will take care of you. Mark, will you explain the LMS and the pre-scene a little bit as well?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So can everybody see me and hear me? Can everybody see me and hear me? Basically, Chana sir gave you a detailed introduction as to what the contents we will be covering in our course. So from the know your pre-scene, know your industry to the mocks, the possible issues, the power mocks to all of that. So those are the documents we'll be mainly focusing on, right? So apart from that, guys, you will get access to our LMS, which is the Nanaska LMS, where you get to attempt your mocks. So if I give you a brief about that, yeah. So we are starting classes next week, that is 26th December, right? So any idea when your exam is? So the OCS Feb exam window will be from the 9th to the 11th of February, right? So which means from the 26th to the 9th, how many weeks do we have? From the 26th to the 9th, we have about 6 to 7 weeks, right? Which we will be focusing on the work that is that we have to do in terms of the case study. So on these 6 to 7 weeks, guys, so starting off with the KYP, yes, you will get let me give you a glance of what the KYP looks like. So as Chanasa mentioned earlier, KYP is, guys, know your pre-scene. So since you have a 26-page pre-scene, so we have summarized it to whatever the possible formats, right? We have summarized it to whatever the possible formats and made sure we have given you a summarized document that will give you a glance, that will give you a better understanding of the case study once you go through our Know Your Pre-scene, right? So this is basically focuses on Tredkashi. Basically, this is all about our company. So in our case study, our company is Tredkashi, right? Our company is Tredkashi. We are in the shoe manufacturing industry, shoe manufacturing and selling. So we manufacture and we retail shoes. So these shoes are not ordinary shoes, right? These are, I would say, performance range shoes and casual range shoes, all coming from the athletic shoe wear, right? Not just ordinary shoes, it's all about the athletic shoe range. So we are focusing on that market. We are not manufacturing all types of shoes, we are manufacturing only athletic shoes. So athletic shoes on the performance with the performance design and with the casual design. So we will go into detail as to what this performance design is, what the casual design is, how the shoe is manufactured. You need to know about the manufacturing process of the shoe, right? Then you need to know what are the types of the shoes, how are they retailed, are they using physical stores, are they using online channels, e-commerce channels. So likewise, we will be learning into detail the entire process from manufacture till the product reaches the customer. So the entire supply chain we will be discussing, right? In the meantime, whatever the theory areas relevant in that entire supply chain process, we will be going into detail. We will be analyzing issues. Okay, how could the examiner come up with a scenario for this? If it's logistics and distribution, how can the examiner build up a scenario? Is it ways how we could minimize our lead time? Is it ways how we could improve the efficiency at our warehouse? Is it ways how we could set key performance indicators to our warehouse manager? So likewise, we will be looking at particular scenarios relevant for us. So as Channa sir correctly mentioned, OCS guys, I would rate it as 65-35. What is 65-35? 65 theory, 35 from your applications and the practical knowledge and the industry examples you need to use. 60 to 65% is from your theory. So from day one, from today onwards, start revising your theory. I know some of you guys might be coming from exemptions. Some of you would have done the OTQs some time back, but try to get used to or try to revise what you have done already. We will also be giving you a refresh theory document for all three subjects. So for E1, you will have a refresh theory document that will have the entire E1 content. You need to just glance through it, take down the take into your head the main areas that is about E1. P1 will be giving you a refresh theory on P1, a document, and then we will have about 2 sessions to quickly run through the P1 theory, right? And then F1, we will give you a refresh theory document, and then we will do a session to quickly go through the F1 theory areas. So that is the plan for the theory. So we will be doing that as early as possible, because you need to know the theory knowledge for you to apply it in the mock exams, right? We will be doing the theory area soon, early, to get the mocks being so that you can answer the mocks with the correct theory knowledge, right? So going forward from that, when it comes to the practical area, that's where we have the KYI. So let me show you a glimpse of that. So KYI is Know Your Industry, which is still uploading. Yeah. So this is where you will have all the industry content. You will have all the applications, principles, the competitor information, right? Then what do you call the industry statistics? So all these things will be included in this document. So KYI is about Know Your Industry, right? So this again is built around our industry, which is shoe manufacturing, shoe designing and manufacturing and retailing. So it covers all the content, whatever related to our case study. Right? So if I brief you through the contents of the KYI, so we talk about the company profile, the anatomy of an athletic shoes. We will look into detail of the athletic shoe manufacturing process, the parts of a shoe, right? The process involved in the manufacturing, then sustainability in manufacturing, the top companies in the world, top footwear companies in the world, sustainable shoe manufacturing companies, the story of Nike, which is one of our closest competitors, or closest real world companies we could assign ourselves to, right? Then how we could use technology in footwear manufacturing. So technology is always a buzzword these days, right? So how does it fall in line in the context of athletic shoes? How can we make use of technology, right? What are the developments we are still lacking, so that going forward we need to adapt them so that we would be a successful company, right? Then industry statistics and sustainability. So we are also more into sustainability, so that's why there is some sustainability lines given here, right? We are more into sustainable shoe manufacturing practices. So that's why you see a lot of sustainable aspects covered in the KYI. So this KYI content in this KYI is important for that 35% I told you, right? The 35% is all about your industry examples, practical applications, right? And basically the practical aspect of it, the practical context of it, right? So that is a glimpse of the KYI I wanted you to show. So we have 100 plus slides for this, very summarized, all with key details relevant for you. You need not study these documents, right? Just for you to go through, get an understanding, right? And then, as I always tell, when we come into mocks, we always try to relate an industry example into our mock answers. We try to relate our industry examples an industry example into our mock answers, right? So that is the KYI. So what we were discussing earlier, guys, so the KYP and the KYI, which I just showed to you, and then apart from these two, very important is the mocks, right? You will have 8 mocks. The mock number 1, I will make it available in the LMS. Once you register, you will get access to our LMS. So mock number 1, I will make it available readily, the paper and the answer. Mock number 1, we will do in class together. I will discuss mock number 1. Look here, this is how you approach the question. This is how you identify the ER. ER stands for what? Exam requirement. So in OCS, this is very critical. By reading the mock paper, you should be able to understand, okay, look here, this is what the examiner is expecting. This is what I need to address. This is what I need to write for this. So we need to practice ourselves to understand the ER at one go. At the first glance, we should be able to understand, grasp the ER, and then structure our answer according to the ER, according to what the examiner has asked. So mock number 1 will be a comprehensive review. We will be going through the mock, the structure, and then I will be advising you on the structure we need to follow in answering. The structure we need to follow in answering the paper, right? How we need to structure our answers is what we can how we can structure our answers where we are going to score higher marks, right? Because we need to properly present our answer to the examiner. Examiner is not going to look for answer points. You have to feed him, you have to give him, you have to present it properly. You have to present it properly when it comes to when it comes to presenting your answer, right? That's when you get higher marks, right? So all the processes, right, all these aspects which we are looking at, especially in terms of mock, this is very critical, because mock is exact same thing you will get at the exam. So doing 8 mocks of like that's the most important thing, because the more you practice, the more you make yourself perfect, the more you make yourself adapted to the exam that we will be facing. So that's our sole objective. So mock number 1 will be that comprehensive discussion and review. Then mock number 2 to 8, you will have to answer. You send it to us. We have a team that will mark it. Then you will get a feedback. So upon the feedback of the mock, you will have a one-to-one session. After you get, let's say you do mock 2, send it to us. We correct it and send you the marks. You sit for a one-to-one review with one of our support staff, so that you understand where you need to improve, where you need to add value further into your mock, where you need to make yourself adapted, where you need to correct yourself when you answer mock 3. So all those things you will have a one-to-one discussion upon every mock review. So that will be continuing up until mock 8, right? Then also you will get a financial mock and a power mock. So altogether you have 10 mocks. So these two you need not attempt. You get the paper and the answer. Financial mock is all about F1. We have covered all the F1 content that the examiner could ask, right? Your accounting standards, and given you for you to study. Power mock is again from E1, F1 and P1, right? Again, the theory, how the examiner could twist and turn the theory and ask questions from you. So we have also covered that, and we will give that document to you as well. So easily we'll be covering 10 mock papers in addition to our Know Your Pre-Scene, Know Your Industry. Then we have possible issues. So what is possible issues? Possible issues is we will analyze the pre-scene, right, and then identify certain areas. Okay, this could be a possible area. Just as I told you earlier, the logistics and the warehouse process. What could be the possible issues that could come up at the exam day? So we try to predict our level best and give the possible issue and the response to you. These are the points you need to address in the possible issue, right? Then also the deep dive. Reason to have a separate mock for F1. Very good. So as I told you, if this is OCS, right, it will be a 65, 35. 65 from your theory. So if I break this theory also down, E1, P1 and F1 into 100%, E1 you will be getting about 20%. Or I would say less than that. It could be 15%. Right? Then P1 could be easily about 45%. 50s, and this could be about a 40%. Right? So F1, because most of you, that's an area where most of you get things complicated, because we have accounting standards. So we have given you enough and more scenarios so that you know to tackle whatever the scenario you get at the exam. For example, when it comes to IAS 16, property, plant and equipment, right, there could be multiple questions the examiner could come up with, right? He could link IAS 36 impairment to your IAS 16, right? Then you have IAS 10 events after the reporting period. Likewise, we will be covering all the accounting standards in that mock, so that, and some working capital areas, so that the F1 areas are given a little bit more prominence as well, because some of you try make it a little bit complicated when compared to E1 and P1. So that's the main purpose. Osman, did I answer your question? Right. Yeah. So then, guys, the next one is deep dive. So deep dive is nothing else. So in our first 2 to 3 sessions, we'll be doing an in-depth analysis of the case study in the live session. So that will be given in a documented form to you. That is the deep dive. Basically, the case analysis in a documented form with the respective reference to theory. Right? So guys, remember OCS, I'm always going along with E1, F1, P1 and the case study. So it has to be a combination. Otherwise, as I have shown you, we are going to miss our game, because it has a lot of theory involved. So these are the main areas we will be covering. Right? So I've been speaking for about 20-25 minutes. Any questions? Any questions you have with regards to the work plan which I have just explained to you? If it not, just let me know that you are clear so that we can move forward. So are you clear, guys, on what I have discussed so far up until this point? Okay, what about the others? Is it clear enough? Right. So you can also download the pre-scene from the SEMA site, or else I will put it up on the chat box. You can download it. So just go through this before you come for the next session. Just go through this pre-scene. So this is your OCS pre-scene for February 2022 session. Right? So just have a quick glance. I don't want you to study or whatever. Just read through in your leisure hours. We got some holidays coming up, so just read it through. when you have some time, just read it leisurely, right? Nothing to worry. So we will be discussing in depth the first 3 sessions. As I told you guys, it will be in-depth pre-scene analysis, right? So then when it comes to the class sessions, right, when it comes to the lecture sessions, so our usual time will be Sunday Sri Lankan time 6:30 to, we'll be doing it till about 9 p.m, right? Then, so from January, your exams start on the 9th February. So from mid-Jan, that is 3rd week of January, we'll be having an additional weekday session. Which will be a day that is feasible, that is comfortable with all of you. So you all tell me the date. So it will be 8 to 10 p.m. Sri Lankan time, right? So what is, sometimes I will have towards the lab, that is in February I might have 2 weekdays in addition to a Sunday, but in January we'll just have about 2 additional sessions. That would be more than enough, because we've got to cover quite a lot of mocks. We've got to cover our pre-scene analysis, industry analysis, to whatnot, right? So it will be either a Tuesday, a Thursday, or a Monday. So just let me know out of these 3 days on this time which day you guys are familiar with. So when we come closer to that, let's agree on a date and let's schedule the classes. Let's agree on a date and let's schedule the classes, right? So that is the basically our lecture plan. If I talk about our last sessions, right, so these are basically what came for the exam and what we did. So Nanaska mock reference is what we did actually, and what came for the exam, right? So last time in the sense, from the same case study in November, what came for the exam? Linear programming, working capital management, and you can see we have already covered that in our mock. So as I told you, we will be trying our level best to predict 90% as to what will come for the exam. It may not be accurate. So when I say linear programming, you should know the basics of it, how it's relevant to, I'll be talking about how it's relevant to Tedkashi. So examiner might question you around that, right? So we are trying our level best from our mocks, from our possible issues, from our power mock. We'll be trying our level best to predict the examiner. And this is the result last time. Right? So I don't think it's going to be a hard game. As long as you are in it, as long as you are committed, as long as you are, I would say, up for the task, and you do the work accordingly, according to the plan, right? You can easily pass this. So it's the lowest case study level. So that's not a big deal, right? It's not a big deal at all, right? As long as you do your work, you give that required level of commitment, you give that attention, that time required for this, you do your 8 mocks, get them reviewed, get the feedback, right? Always interact with us and identify improvements, correct them, and polish yourself. It's just another exam. Trust me, it's just another exam, right? So please be up for the task. Let's get it done by February. I want all of you to pass, right? Otherwise we are the ones who are failing. I don't want that to happen, right? So let's work together. It's going to be a team game, right, where you cooperate, where I propose work plans, you stick to it. If there is any change, you talk with us, get it changed, right? Then most importantly, complete your mocks on time, get them reviewed, right? And then facing the exam with with confidence. That's it, right? So this is our last session result for November 2021, right? The same case study which we are going to do, Tedkashi. So we did the same for November, and it will be, so you won't be getting the same things for February, don't worry, right? So you'll be getting somewhere around there, but you'll be getting some additional things as well. So let's try our best to forecast, to predict what those things are, and make ourselves ready for the February case study. So we have a good 6 to 7 weeks, which is more than enough, right? Which is more than enough. So by the first week of January, we'll be stepping into the mocks. So you might have to do about 1 or 2 mocks per week. That is a must, unless otherwise you are going to fail, right? So don't let that happen. 1 or 2 mocks per week is a must from the first week of January. So plan your work accordingly, schedule your times accordingly. Don't let anything distract you at this time, right? At the time where you are focusing on the case study. So have proper focus, have proper commitment. You are up for the then and be up for the task. It's just another exam, right? So yeah, I just wanted to show you as to how we have phased out our session, as to how we have planned our session in November, and this is the result. So we are getting the results by the 1st or 2nd of January. So then that would confirm it for sure, right? Okay, guys. So any other areas of clarification you have? Any other areas of clarification you have? So this is the pre-scene you get. This is the pre-scene you get, which I have uploaded in the chat box. Download it, read it once, read it leisurely, right? So this is basically the content of your pre-scene. You will have a role. So basically you are a finance officer working within the finance department. This is your primary tasks, right? And you're expected to assist with the preparation of financial statements and answer queries regarding financial reporting and other matters. So we'll be looking at into detail as to what these matters are, right? What are the financial statements preparation standards you need to know about, right? What is the management accounting information that they will ask from you, right? Then you need to know the structure within your finance department. Do you report to a finance manager? How many accountants are there? How many assistants are there? How many finance officers are there? So starting from there, we'll be looking at into detail, right? Then you will have a detailed introduction of what the company is, its history, how it started and how it's going, right? And then you have the website, the content in the website, basically information of our product range, right? Then these are the sales channels where we sell from. We have our own retail stores, we have online stores, then we have a shopping app, right? Then our products, we have a casual athletic shoe range and we have a performance athletic shoe range, right? Those are our products. And this is our senior management. This is our senior management, the director board, right? So this is where you will see, are they complying the corporate governance code, right? Do they have the committees to whatnot? And this is the organization structure. This is your finance department structure. Likewise, we will be looking into detail on the case study and making ourselves ready to answer the mocks and to answer the exam. That's it, right? So first 2-3 days, guys, as I told you, about first 2 days I'll be taking a lot of time to analyze the case study, right? So you can come up with questions, you can come up with your value additions, you can come up with your ideas, recommendations, suggestions. This could happen here, examiner could ask this here, what if this happened? So I want that interactive discussion to move forward. That's when we get a productive session. That's when we get a productive session. So as long as the session is the discussion is interactive, you guys participate in it, that's where you guys also get some value addition. Otherwise, no point in me just dictating stuff. No, I don't want that to happen. It has to be interactive, it has to be a friendly discussion, it has to be a fruitful discussion where you get something out of it, right? And I am able to give my level best. So as long as you guys cooperate and interact, that's not going to be a difficult task. Not going to be a difficult task, right? So are we all clear on our work plan? Are we all clear on what we are going to do? So any final remarks, any final questions you have? So I'll give you about 2-3 minutes you can ask me any doubts, any concerns regards to the exam, with regards to the content, the process, lecture session. So anything you did not understand of what I told, yes, you can ask now. I'll give you about 2-3 minutes for that. So looks like everything is clear to everybody. Is that does silence imply that? Yes, everybody, can I get a quick comment whether you guys are clear on the plan, clear on the content we are going to cover, clear on the work sessions? Or if not, if you have any question, you can ask now. Okay, what about the others? Good. So it will be like this. You guys will have to somehow interact when it comes to the lecture sessions, right? So it will be a two-way discussion, not a one-way discussion, right? So you guys need to make effective use of the chat box that is given to you. What about the others? Any questions you all have? Or is everything clear? Yes, great. Yeah. So let's dive deep into that depth once we get off and once we take off next week, right? So once we really go into the case study, we'll be looking at the integrations, we'll be looking at the links, we'll be looking at the industry, the theory, and the case study as to how all those three elements could be linked together, right? So it's going to be an interesting discussion, trust me, right? So as long as we participate, we interact, it's really going to be an effective discussion. You guys are going to learn new things, I'm going to learn new things from you all, right? So it's a two-way discussion, as I told you. So end of the day, the success will be, I mean, you need to use that experience in your mocks when you present the answers in your mocks. So that's the objective. So as you practice the mocks, as you get more practice out of the mocks, you put in the same output at the exam. So that's our ultimate objective. So definitely the consequences are going to be of success if we properly stick to that process, if we properly plan ourselves and ensure we do all the work. It's just another exam, as I have always iterated, right? So okay guys, and so I think you got the registration email, which is info@nanaska.com, info@nanaska.com. So please send in your details into this for registrations, and my contact number is this, so you can reach out to me anytime. Just drop me a message and ask if you have any concerns, any doubts before registering. I'm open for discussion, right? So even after registering, we will have a WhatsApp group where we will share our ideas, share industry related things, articles related to our case study and industry. So it's going to be a continuous learning process till the exam day. It's going to be a continuous learning process till the exam day, right? So then guys, hoping to see you in class next Sunday, which is the 26th at 6:30 p.m. We'll be taking it off with the first session. So hoping to see you there. So signing off, hope you guys got something out of today's session, right? So with that in mind, so signing off, thanks for joining. have a great week. Take care and stay safe. Good night. You're welcome.